In the Rookie Season 8 Episode 16, titled, Out of Time, the episode begins with chaos erupting across the city as multiple coordinated crimes unfold at once, immediately signaling that something far more dangerous is at play. John Nolan, played by Nathan Fillion, is dispatched to one of the scenes, where it quickly becomes clear that the incidents are not random but part of a larger, carefully orchestrated plan designed to overwhelm law enforcement. As the team scrambles to respond, Angela Lopez and Nilla Harper begin piecing together evidence that points to a deliberate diversion, while Lucy Chen and Tim Bradford pursue a suspicious vehicle that may be connected to the unfolding situation. The real target soon comes into focus when the team discovers that a high-value witness tied to a powerful criminal network has been abducted during the chaos, confirming that the citywide incidents were merely a distraction to facilitate the kidnapping. As the pressure mounts, Nolan follows a promising lead on the suspects, but instead of waiting for backup, he makes a risky decision to proceed alone, believing time is too critical to delay. This decision leads him straight into a trap, as the criminals had anticipated police movements and prepared an ambush, resulting in Nolan being attacked and briefly going off the grid, leaving the rest of the team unaware of his condition. Back at the station, tension rises as Nolan fails to respond, prompting concern and urgency among the team, with Lopez questioning their earlier choices, Chen visibly shaken, and Bradford immediately shifting into tactical mode to locate him. Using Nolan's last known location, the team organizes a high-risk rescue operation, racing against time to save both Nolan and the kidnapped witness before it is too late. The situation escalates into a full-scale confrontation as officers storm the location, leading to an intense exchange of gunfire, where every second counts and the stakes could not be higher. Nolan is eventually found injured but still alive, and despite his condition, he manages to intervene at a critical moment, preventing the execution of the witness just long enough for backup to secure the scene. The suspects are taken down, and the immediate threat is neutralized, but the consequences of Nolan's earlier decision cast a shadow over the victory. Back at the station, the atmosphere is far from celebratory, as the team grapples with what happened and Nolan is forced to confront the reality that his actions, while ultimately helpful, violated protocol and nearly cost lives. The episode closes on a reflective note, with Nolan alone, questioning whether his instincts were worth the risk, and what it might mean for his future on the force. This ending sets up major implications for the next episode, including possible disciplinary action, strained trust within the team, and the looming threat of the criminal network that remains active and dangerous. As the video progresses, the narration keeps the tension high by reminding viewers that just when everything appears to be under control and Nolan's instincts seem justified, the situation suddenly flips, revealing that he has walked straight into a setup that was planned all along, reinforcing the idea that every move in this episode has hidden consequences, and building anticipation by telling viewers that the most intense and emotional moment is still ahead, making it clear that they haven't seen anything yet. The video then transitions toward its ending by reflecting on the aftermath of Nolan's actions, emphasizing that while he played a key role in stopping the immediate threat, his decision to act alone nearly cost lives, and may have permanently damaged the trust within his team, creating a powerful emotional weight that lingers as the story closes, before leaving viewers with the central question of whether Nolan should be seen as a hero who saved the day, or someone who took a dangerous risk that could have ended in tragedy. Encouraging them to share their opinions in the comments while also reminding them that this episode is only the beginning of a bigger fallout, and inviting them to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for what comes next in The Rookie, because if this episode proved anything, it's that the stakes are only getting higher, and the next chapter could change everything. As the story unfolds, the narration keeps tightening the tension by explaining that while the team works together to manage the escalating crisis, Nolan begins to follow a lead that feels urgent and time-sensitive, reinforcing the idea that every second matters, and that hesitation could cost lives, but at the same time subtly warning the audience that this sense of urgency is exactly what the criminals are counting on, creating dramatic irony as viewers begin to realize that Nolan may already be walking into danger without knowing it, which keeps them emotionally invested and eager to see how far things will go before everything collapses. The video then intensifies its grip on the audience by highlighting the moment Nolan makes the critical decision to act alone, presenting it as a choice driven by pressure, instinct, and the desire to save lives, but also framing it as the exact turning point where everything begins to fall apart. As the narration slows slightly to emphasize the weight of that decision, making viewers feel the tension of the moment while hinting that this is where the story truly changes, and encouraging them to stay because the fallout from this choice will be immediate, dangerous, and impossible to undo. Midway through the video, the narration sharply raises the stakes by revealing that just when it looks like Nolan might be right, and close to solving the case, the situation suddenly flips, exposing the truth that he has walked directly into a trap designed to isolate and overwhelm him, creating a surge of shock and tension that keeps viewers locked in, while reinforcing that the biggest twist has only just begun, and that what happens next will push Nolan to his absolute limits, making it clear that leaving now would mean missing the most intense part of the episode. As the video moves toward its climax, the narration builds momentum by describing the team's growing panic as Nolan goes silent, emphasizing the emotional impact on each character and the urgency of the rescue, while maintaining a fast pace that mirrors the high-stakes action on screen, ensuring viewers remain fully engaged as the story races toward its breaking point, where every second feels critical and the outcome is uncertain. The ending then shifts tone slightly to create a lasting emotional impact, reflecting on how Nolan's actions, while ultimately helping to stop the immediate threat, came at a serious cost, emphasizing that his decision nearly resulted in tragedy and has left cracks in the trust within the team, before leaving viewers with a powerful and thought-provoking question about whether Nolan should be seen as a hero who acted bravely under pressure or someone who took a reckless risk that could have ended in disaster, encouraging them to share their opinions in the comments to drive engagement and discussion. Finally, the video closes by reinforcing anticipation for what comes next, reminding viewers that this episode is not the end, but the beginning of bigger consequences, hinting that Nolan may face serious fallout, and that the larger threat is far from over, while inviting viewers to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more breakdowns of The Rookie, ending on a strong, suspenseful note that makes it clear the story is only getting more intense and that the next episode could change